Okay then, Jack. So club debut last weekend in Challenge Cup against Warrington. I know it was a big moment for you.
Yeah, it was a big moment. I've always dreamed of playing rugby league and rugby league for the Broncos. So, no, it was a good moment for me. I think the family were proud of me as well. So, no, I really enjoyed it. Apart from the result, obviously, but yeah, no, I did enjoy it.
Yeah. So for people, Jack, who don't know your backstory, you've obviously were with us back end of last year on trial. But yeah, your story and how you then eventually made your first team debut for the Broncos.
Yeah, no, I've always been a Broncos fan. My dad's obviously been involved at the club for as long as I remember. But I've always played Union at school, and I spent 2 years at Northampton Saints, and then 2 years at Bedford Blues in Union. And then at the back end of the Union season last year, I sort of spoke to Mike, and I thought maybe it's probably my last chance to give it a real go. So I came down, had to lose about 10 more kilograms, played a few games at London Scholars in League One last year, and had a good pre-season this year. So no, I felt I was ready for last Saturday.
And how have you found that transition? Because look, it's not an uncommon thing. You know, people flip between the codes, but how have you found it personally?
Yeah, it's been tough. It's probably been tougher than I thought. I think less people. I think there's probably more backs now that still cross over, less forwards. But no, it's been tough. Obviously, the main things, you know, the speed of the game and the just getting up and down off the floor. Those are the two main things that took me a long time to get fit. And but I feel I've adjusted quite well. And yeah, as I say, I enjoyed Saturday.
Yeah, and you've obviously been in a prominent part of the reserve team in that first game against Wigan in particular. A really strong start. There's been a couple of injuries in your position in and around that first team. So, were you a little bit surprised to get that first team call up as soon as what you did?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it was a nice surprise though. As I say, I felt ready. I felt in those first few games if Mike and Shez said they needed me, I felt I'd be ready. But no, yeah, as you said, we had a good start against Wigan in the reserve game. We've got a good base of London youngsters coming through, and I think that showed in against Wigan in the reserve. So no, yeah, I felt ready, and yeah, it was good.
And then just lastly, the hopes then for the season, is it to really kind of establish yourself in and around that reserve team and hopefully feature some more times for the first team?
Yeah, that's it. As I say, play as much as I can for the reserves, and hopefully a few more games in the first team. It's just, I suppose, even though I've watched rugby league my whole life, it's getting minutes on the field and just learning the game more. Just being in the middle, even training helps me learning the game. So yeah, that's probably that.